How's that look? Is this ridiculous? Okay, this is not a perfect shot, and I'm just gonna live with that. Although I'll probably look at it later and think, why is there such an empty space over here? That's okay, you gotta start somewhere. Okay, I am making a video today because I've got some very exciting things that showed up in the mail, and I will try to explain as I go along. First of all, I am knee-deep in my photography journey, which kind of started during the pandemic when I bought a Sony a6000 in 2020. Subsequently started a web series called Hanging Out with Ainea Lujan, and I bought the Sony camera not realizing kind of the cult I was going to, not realizing the culture surrounding Sony cameras. I bought the Sony a6000 because it was slightly cheaper than whatever Canon equivalent was out there, but I'm really happy that I did. Sony gave me kind of a starting point, but then recently I was gifted a camera, a Canon 5D Mark II from my dear friends Honey and Worm, which kind of sent me down a rabbit hole of using new cameras, checking out old tech, because that camera is several years old and still shoots amazing images, probably my favorite camera currently. So I am just kind of broadening my horizons despite the Sony cult out there of people who just kind of, are you Sony, are you Canon, whatever. I like to just shoot what inspires me, whether that be photography or video, and I am currently in that curiosity stage, that experimental stage, where I am just kind of trying to check out whatever is out there and just kind of see where that leads. That brings me to these packages that arrived today, and I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to talk to YouTube anymore. Doesn't matter. This is a video. I am a flawed individual. I'm trying to make a video and also contain my excitement. It's very hard. So, got a few packages, starting with this one. I don't even know what some of these are because I just kind of manically buy things sometimes. So in package number one, let's see what we got here. Oh, some camera straps. Yes. Okay, so in anticipation of having a bunch new camera bodies, I did purchase these Padua lifestyle camera straps. And why aren't you focusing? It's always something, isn't it? It is always something. Why is it in manual focus? Come on, help me out here. Oh my God. Why are you in manual focus right now? There we go. Jesus Christ, I swear to God, it is so hard to make a YouTube video. How do you people do this? Yeah, I got these Padua lifestyle camera straps. I actually have one currently on my a6600 that'll kind of show you, just to kind of see how that functions. That camera is nowhere to be found. But I'll just open one and kind of show you these Padua lifestyle straps. Super simply made, and I was just drawn to the design. And so this is that. Super cool. Here's a little texture shot. I thought they were pretty neat. I'm excited to test them out on some different camera bodies. More on that soon. Okay, so that's in mystery package number one. Mystery package number two, let's see here. This looks like a, oh, this is actually, was not mine to open. This is actually my partner's who just rediscovered their, I'm gonna actually save this for them. This is not mine. So we'll get back more on that. It is camera related. Okay, this is really wrapped, which is not a bad thing when you're sending electronics across the country, sometimes a globe. it is what I thought it was. I did pay for this, I did order it. Wow. They really wrapped this thing just to admire how well wrapped this thing is. It's kind of insane. All right. This is so freaking cool, y'all. Wow. This, my good friends, is the exact camera I had as a young person, skateboarding and hanging out and doing foolish things with my friends. It is a Sony Handycam, and I got it specifically for parts sake to replace certain things on my camera, because I have one just like it, which is actually kind of rigged up. I'm using the monitor right now over here to monitor what I'm shooting, but this is my Sony Handycam. It's a bit of a Frankenstein right now. I'm setting this camera up to be a essentially to be able to shoot to the Atomos Ninja V and kind of bypass having to shoot to tapes. So more on that later. Maybe I'll do a separate video to talk about that. That's not really what this video is about, but I definitely used the heck out of this when I was younger, skateboarding around with my friends and getting into all kinds of shenanigans. So that's something I'm really excited about. But here's kind of the main prize. I hope. We got a box here. Something tells me with all this Japanese writing that it is what I think it is. And so this is the mystery package here. Let's go ahead and open her up. Okay. Lots more bubble wrap, and oh my God, my friends, you don't know what this is, but I do. Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, okay. All right, so looks like there's a camera strap in here, which is really cool. I didn't realize that this was gonna come with its own camera strap, hence the reason why I bought some, but cool, added bonus. I did not know that on the eBay listing. We got, looks like some power. We got a battery charger, which I won't ruin the surprise just yet as to what the brand is, but we got a battery charger. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, babies, here it is. The XE1 from Fuji. So I have been doing a ton of research, and based off of my research, I landed on the XE1. Wow, this is in really good shape. I am really impressed with how well this looks. It looks in very good condition. This is something that I'm really, really excited about. I ordered it off eBay and it came from Japan, so I've been patiently awaiting this camera for days, and it feels like years because that's how impatient I am. You know, it does benefit from buying from real human beings online rather than supporting a large company like Amazon, but the trade-off is it doesn't conveniently get delivered to your doorstep in a matter of days, and that's okay. Well worth the wait, and I can't wait to start shooting with this thing. There's a number of reasons why I went with the XE1 rather than something new. Top 5 reasons. The first reason I would say is it's budget friendly. So it was definitely in my budget and at a reasonable price. I can't quite remember what I paid for it, but I will put something in the editing, how much I paid for it exactly. Paid a little more than I wanted to, but I think it being the 10-year anniversary of the X sensors, I believe I ended up paying a little bit more because of the YouTube tax. You got every influencer talking about these Fuji sensors and these Fuji cameras. So I did end up paying a little more than I wanted to, but it was still a very fair price, I believe. Well, time will tell. Obviously, I haven't shot with it yet, but I have a feeling that I'm going to love it. So reason number one, budget friendly. Reason number two, the X-Trans sensor. From what I've heard and the research that I've done, the X-Trans sensor is of the best, if not the best, and kind of a crowd favorite of the Fuji lineup. And it was the first of the XT, I think I'm pronouncing that right, XT Trans, or the X-Trans sensors. So I believe with the XT1, we got the X-Trans 2 sensor, and with the XT2, we got the X-Trans 3 sensor, so on and so forth. So the XE1 and the XE Pro, I believe, this is all just stuff I've been learning very recently, so don't roast me in the comments, but the XE1 and the XE Pro, I believe, were the first incarnation of the X-Trans sensor. So very excited about that. So that's number two. Number three, I wanted something very lightweight and compact, something I can use for street photography, something to kind of remain discreet, to say the least. I have been loving my Camp Snap camera. I'll do an entirely separate video on the Camp Snap because this has just been such a joy to work with. Just a very simple design. It is a screenless digital camera, and it's got just a fixed focal length, a variable shutter, and auto white balance function. Just very basic, but I've been loving shooting with this. It's very convenient to just kind of shoot all day long, come back, upload the photos. It is a very quick and painless process. It kind of helps me to eliminate a lot of the distractions from having screens on a digital camera and just focus on composition and focus on just getting photos daily. I carry it around on me. It definitely is something that fits right in the pocket. And yeah, I absolutely love the Camp Snap. So that being said, when I was looking for point and shoots, not point and shoots because this is not a point and shoot, when I was looking for cameras, I did want something with a similar form factor. And as you can see, this Fuji XE1 is not a ton bigger than the Camp Snap. You know, it's a pretty decent size. This Camp Snap is very small, fits in my pocket. I bet the XE1, especially with the lens that I got, is also going to be pocket friendly. So that's number three for the reason that I bought it. Number four, I'm really interested in getting into some of the recipes and the Fuji film simulations. Now, from my understanding, the film simulations for the XE1 are limited. Some of the crowd favorites, like Classic Chrome, are not available on the XE1, but that there are some really great recipes out there for this X-Trans sensor, and I'm excited to kind of shoot JPEG. You know, I haven't decided if I'm going to do RAW and JPEG or if I'm gonna like the workflow with the JPEG, but from what I've heard, it's a really cool experience, and I'm certainly going to check it out. So that's reason number four for getting the XE1. And finally, reason number five. Reason number five is that, you know, I really got caught up in the whole cult of Sony. And I don't say that as in it's only a Sony thing. I believe there's just this brand loyalty that kind of gets pushed out through YouTube and through the algorithm and through the internet that, you know, and in a way it makes sense. You know, I've got hundreds, if not thousands of dollars invested in glass for the Sony ecosystem. So it makes sense to stick with Sony. But once I started adapting vintage lenses for my Sony for film and photography, once I started shooting with the 5D Mark II and the Canon, it just got less and less important to me to really stick with one brand. So reason number 5 for me is about experimentation and stretching outside the box and not just shooting with cameras because that's what you're used to, but actually staying in that area of being uncomfortable, of learning something new, of feeling inspired by something that creates a little differently and something that offers a different workflow. So, that being said, those are my 5 reasons for picking the Fuji X-E1. I'm very excited. This is a really strange, non-formal sort of YouTube upload. I didn't have time to really set up shots or come up with any ideas as to what I was gonna say. I kind of just am shooting from the hip here. And that's okay. You know, I'm not trying to be a YouTube influencer or somebody who's going to drive the Fuji market because of my opinion. I'm just a camera enthusiast who loves shooting photographs. I have a new tool available to me now through the Fuji system. I will let you know how it goes. That's it for now. I just wanted to include you in the geek as I geeked out in real time. And I don't know if I've even breathed since I've started this video, so. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.